Do you need a little bit more performance out of your scooter? Port your head. If you're doing a big bore kit, port your head. At least get rid of the imperfections. It'll help you out a lot. Got ceramic coated 75cc big bore kit. Of course, they come with a 3-valve head, so you got the cutout on the piston for the 3 valves. Got the just a used head here. I'm gonna port. I got the high angle cam. Heck yeah, transmission kit. Of course, the gaskets and the tuner. And I've already got a performance variator in it, so we're good. This thing's gonna fly. Be the fastest C3 you've seen, I guarantee it. I got this sweet 3-valve head, stock head. Used one for my Yamaha C3. And I'm gonna port the head. First thing I gotta do is remove the valves. Do that with this tool here. All right, so the kit itself's got a few different sizes. All I did was match this guy up, a 19mm. That way it fits right over the valve. And then just pop this guy on like that. Now, flip this guy around. I've got here, the valve is directly in the middle of the, or the tool's in the middle of the valve there. Come around the side. Got you know, the tool there, and if I start cranking on this side, so I got it down. Now I could just give a little wiggle. Oh, I need to go a little further actually. Go down a little further, and then I could take my valve. There's a spring, or the valve retainer there. There's one. There's another one in there. There's the other one. And now I can loosen the back. Loosen the back up. Real nice and easy. All right. So here's the valve stem cap, the spring, and now I can push the valve out the other side just like this. Just like that, this baby little valve. Now I'll be able to get in there and port the inside of this port here, the valve port. I'm gonna do the rest of the valves to get it all stripped down, but I kind of wanted to show you how that was done. All right, I got the valves out. So I'm gonna start kind of like cleaning these up. So the biggest thing here is, if you notice this exhaust here, this ring, so this is a used head, by the way. It's much smaller than the actual port, so we have a lot of room we can get out of there, which will help us out with the performance. When we're cleaning these up, you won't be able to see in here. I don't have it's just so small you can't see it, but there's imperfections. Basically it looks like this in the inside of the those ports, just real rough. We want to clean them up and make them smooth. And this is a skilled trade. Basically all I'm telling you to do, so you don't mess anything up, is smooth it out. Smooth it out so it's not like that, and it's more like this on the inside. You got to be really careful though where these valve seats are. You don't want to ding those up at all, because that's where your valves seal. So I'm going to open up this guy, and then I'm going to smooth out all the inside of the porting, and we'll get a better flowing head by doing that. So here it is. I've opened it up quite a bit. It's hard to see actually. But yeah, it's quite a bit bigger. And then, so the idea is to kind of like, you gotta be careful though, because these water jackets, you know, you don't want to go into the water jackets. So basically there's the porting. You want it nice and smooth. Just get rid of all the imperfections. I'm actually enlarging it. I don't know if I would encourage you to do that unless you feel very comfortable with it. But just smoothing it out. And I'm using I'm using this this bit here to polish, and I was using this this little bit here, a little wire brush, and a little piece of sandpaper bit, and then I use this this bit here for getting the big stuff out. So I think I did a pretty good job on that. I just need to polish it up, and then I'll be done with the exhaust end of things. And then I'll move on to the intake. The intake is actually, I'm not going to bore that up any bigger because it matches the intake, the stock intake perfectly. But I am going to smooth it out. So now that I have my all my porting done, check it out. Kind of see it. I don't know if you can see all that, but I think it's looking pretty good. I've already lapped this one valve. Here's our intake valve. There's two of them, and what we want to do is we want to make sure that when this is closed, the seat is sealing the valve to the head. I'm just going to get this coarse lapping compound here, right on the edge of the valve, and then simply slide it in. Should be real easy to do. Just like that. Just like that. And then I've got a hose here. It's just a normal hose. Like it's just going to fit over the end of the valve. Just basic rubber hose. And then I'm going to go like this. You hear that like real coarse grinding noise? I want to do it until that noise gets smooth. So that's nice and smooth now. So there's coarse. Now we're going to pop the valve back out and clean it off. Clean the head off. Now we'll do fine. Put a little bit on there. All the way around. This is what you call relapping the valves. And it helps seal the valves like it's new again. Sounds pretty good to me. I'm gonna pop it back out. We do this for all the valves, but I'll show you just one. And I'll clean this guy off. And I don't know if you can see that, but you can physically see where it's nice and smooth now. Same with the head. See that there? Oh. All right, now I just need to start putting this all back together. So I'm gonna start working on that. I'm just gonna spray some assembly lube down these holes here. All right, so I've got all my performance parts done. Here's the new port job. There's there. That's bored out and polished. And then you've got this guy. That's the stock. So notice how much bigger it is. Quite a bit bigger. The intake, not much different. Here's the cylinder and piston. Here, quite a bit bigger. Quite a bit bigger. Basically, this is as big as you can go with this motor. And then I've got the camshaft. I don't know if you can see that. The duration is much longer on these cams, on this cam, than this one. See how it's like flattens out at the top? Pretty sweet. But yeah, we'll put that sucker in, get this going, and we'll be flying down the road. Also pulled off the air box because then you got this crimpy tube here that's like just so restrictive in this huge air box. We'll replace that with a pod air filter, and we'll be all set and cruising as fast as you can go on this motor, basically. I also have the transmission kit too, and a tuner here. We're good.